everybody. Welcome to convention, and thank you for coming to the MyYL workshop. I cannot wait to tell you about this incredible tool that you have got to get. But first, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I have been with Young Living for 9 years, and my best friend, Emily Anderson, from high school and college, told me that I had to have these oils, and I drug my feet on it for a little bit until she told me that she had a 10% off coupon and she was going to give it away to someone else. So I thought that was really rude, but I jumped right in and I've never looked back. I couldn't wait to share with people all these amazing tools that I had. So I started sharing on my blog and with my mom and with my sister and asking people to jump in on these products. So a little bit about how they've helped me. You'll see my lovely family right here. They are the reason why I douse myself with Valor Essential Oil, probably like you too. Life is crazy and busy, but they are the loves of my life. So let's jump in to how do we use MyYL. First thing is first, you are going to have to sign up for MyYL. I am stubborn, and like I did with oils, I drug my feet on MyYL. Even though my friends were using it, they were building bundles, and I was watching them do that, I thought, I have the regular link from the virtual office. I'll just use that. And I did. I built my business to Diamond using that link and sharing. So that does work. But what I wish I would have had was this tool, this amazing tool where you can build these bundles yourself, and it is an investment in yourself. So at $10 a month, it was hard for me to jump in for some reason. But when I looked at it as an investment in myself, I thought, this is gonna be good for me. And so I spend more at my local coffee shop. I don't know about you. So $10 is a great price to just jump in on that. So the first thing you have to do is make an account and sign up for MyYL. And then you will see all the things that MyYL can do for you. You can build product bundles, which is what I use it for mostly, but you can also connect to your networks. You can promote events. It works directly with YL Insights. You guys, that is amazing. I learned that a couple weeks ago when I was preparing for this. You can sign into your YL Insights, and when you click share, it connects you to MyYL, and you can hit that share button and it will show you all of your bundles. It's so easy to keep track of. I also like to, just a little hot tip, I like to keep these links in my notes. So you will see I have a list in my notes, and you are going to want to create no barriers for yourself to share. You want to make it so easy that you can't help but share. So I'm going to help you build bundles, but before we do that, because you are going to want to build 400 bundles, we don't want to do that right now. We need to think about what is authentic to me. So let's talk about being authentic. I treat my bundles like I treat Instagram. I have kind of these 5 buckets that I like to talk about, and I talk about them over and over and over again. So it's clear, it's on brand, and everyone knows that I like to talk about your gut health. Everyone knows that I want to talk about your bowel movements. Yes, I do. There is no baby shower, no driveway get together that is safe from me asking about your gut health. So that is very authentic to me, which might be weird for you, but for me, it's not. I have a friend who has built her business on Christmas Spirit hand soap. She is shining on Christmas Spirit hand soap. If I decided to talk about hand soap, people would be like, what happened to you? So while that works for her, it's tempting to look at that and say, I should do that too. But it might not be authentic to you. That's for her and not for me. So really think about that as you build your bundles. You want to stay authentic to who you are, what you love, and what you're passionate about. So let's build a bundle. Okay, I love gut health. So like I said, I'm going to start showing you how to build a bundle of gut products. And remember, you're going to change this to what you like to do. So you'll see in this next slide how you click on Manage Bundles. Then you're going to click on Create the New Bundle, and then you're going to name it. I tried to name mine Happy Gut, Happy Butt, but it did not pass compliance, as you will see. They give you a little banner that says, nope, you can't do that. So you need to change that to make it compliant. And just remember that you are guided under commercial speech. And that means we have to remain compliant. The company is keeping us all safe by helping us be representatives of this company and share the right way. So remember to, as an ambassador of Young Living, that we are going to share really compliantly. That's just a little side note for you. Okay, so once you name it correctly, you can pre-fill the shopping cart. I don't pre-fill it because talk about removing barriers, especially when I'm on Instagram sharing. I want people to just click on the thing that I am talking about and get that thing. That might not work for you. Remember to stay authentic to yourself. There's also another option for you to buy a starter kit. Do you want them to buy a starter kit and then add on the products that you talked about? I don't usually do that because, again, I'm removing a lot of barriers for my customer. So I'm going to skip that part. Again, you choose what you want to do. Then you are going to choose your product. I love dye dyes. I love dye dyes. I don't love the way it smells, but man, I love that oil. Alkaline, Life 9 probiotics, Allerzyme. You build it what you love. I talk about these things all the time, so that's very authentic to me. You might build a different gut bundle, but for me, I am dead set on all those products. I use them every single day. Then once you build that, you will get to see if you want to get them on loyalty rewards. Again, I'm getting people in the door, and I think about me as the customer. Would I want to get on a subscription for something that I haven't exactly used yet? Probably not. So I'm going to skip that too. Again, some people build their businesses on getting people on those loyalty rewards right away. It wouldn't be authentic to me. So you choose. Then you're going to publish, copy that link. It is so easy. Copy the link and share. So I will just go straight to social media or to a friend and share that link. Say that you have a neighbor and you know exactly what they need. You know that they want thieves cleaner. You know that they want some dye dyes. You know that they love patchouli. These are all random things that you wouldn't necessarily put in a bundle, but you know that your neighbor wants these things. I will create an individual bundle for my neighbor. And later you can delete that bundle if you want, or keep it there for a while. It doesn't matter. Remember, you can make as many bundles as you want, which is incredible. But again, I'm going to tell you later, let's not create a million bundles. And I've done that before. I've shared with my neighbor that exact link and they've purchased it right away because I knew exactly what they wanted. Okay, so in this next bundle called the bedroom bundle, everybody wants a little boost in their sex life, right? Talk about a niche product and being able to sell it when you have a strong testimonial. You'll find goldenrod and some Pro Plus. This bundle too. Lots of fun things in there. Again, what do you have experience with and what can you share with excitement and passion that people will want to know about? I also love skin. You'll see in this next bundle, the skin bundle. This is for anyone who likes glowing skin, anyone who wants to look amazing. That's everyone, anyone with a face. This is for you. I build this bundle with some CBD rose oil, Life 9 probiotics. Are you seeing a theme here? Frankincense oil, my favorite makeup brushes, multi-greens. I mean, just whatever you want to put in here, that's what you do. And keep it authentic to yourself. If you don't use a product, don't put it in your bundles, you guys. That is inauthentic to yourself. I have a bladder bundle. Just in case you thought talking about your bowels was embarrassing, let's talk about bladders. I love to talk about this because I use K&B every day. I use juniper, purification, and you guessed it, Life 9 probiotics. So those things have absolutely changed my life and I love them. Now, say that you do want to just show someone how to create a lifestyle of these essential oils. Then I will do a start bundle. So you can pick which starter bundle you want to do. And then I always like to add a little thieves household on most things because everyone likes clean countertops. And everyone likes finding an inexpensive product. And everyone likes something that lasts a really long time. So I like to kind of just add those things that I think everyone needs this. My customers like saving money. So I'm going to add this Thieves Household Cleaner just to show them that they can have a full product line that is going to help them as they make this lifestyle change. So as we build our bundles, let's talk about stories. Now, we have a saying, facts tell and stories sell. When you have a strong testimonial, people love stories. When you have a story that goes along with your product, people can't help but be drawn to that. And that really, really builds a trust. So remember to keep telling your story. Be compliant, but keep telling your stories. What do you love? Not what does someone else love? Not what does some influencer say that they love? What do I love? What have I used and had great success with? And that's what I'm going to talk about. So we're going to continue to remember to be authentic to ourselves. The next thing that is going to maybe get in your way when you start building and sharing is thinking, I need more followers. Well, Seth Godin has this phrase called smallest viable market. You do not need to have 100,000 followers. He says what you really need is about 10 people, maybe 20 people as you build your business that are really bought into what you're saying. So a person with, say, 100 followers that have a really great buy-in from their customer base, that people really trust them. That is better than someone with 100,000 followers who can only get one sale occasionally. But because I have a small, viable market, that means I can sell to these 5 people and all 5 of them are going to want to jump in because they love me, they trust me, and they know that I'm staying authentic to myself. So you do need an audience. That could be in person, that could be online. You always need to be networking. We are in network marketing. So remember, you have to market to your network. And if you don't have a network, that's really hard to build your business. So the next thing you can do, again, is build trust with stories. Let's talk about not being overly polished. As you can see, I am not overly polished. If you go to my Instagram, you will say, wow, if she can do this, I can do this. I am a big hot mess. But remember that your stories are so important. And when you try to use someone else's story, when you try to mimic someone else's story, that does not create trust with your audience. And it's also really hard to keep up for you. It's hard to run a business by trying to act like someone else. You're going to be the most successful when you act like yourself, not overly polished. Just get out there and start sharing. The next thing that you're going to want to do is just be consistent. This business is not complicated. It's really not. But what is difficult is that it's hard to show up every single day with something that you love. So be consistent. I consistently put my MyYL link in front of people. I consistently talk about a bunch of other things too. I don't just talk about Young Living. I'm very, there's a lot of things that make me me. Make sure that you're talking about those things. When you are able to be consistent with those 5 to 6 niche things that you love, and you talk about those over and over again, by the 27th time, someone's going to be like, she's really into this. She will not stop talking about this. I better get that. So that is what I'm talking about, doing things over and over and over again. And I had a friend sign up after she has watched me for 5 years talking about oil. She just signed up. So keep that in mind. People need time and space. The next thing we want to do is share, share, share. It is not going to help you if you don't share your product to the people who are watching you. When you start showing up and when you start sharing those links, it is going to take some time. But the fact that you share is the key part. A lot of times what we want to do is do all this other work and think that we did a great job, but we didn't share. And our business is built on sharing. So you will hear me say that a million times. Share. What I want you guys to do, my challenge for you today, is to make those 2 to 3 bundles, not 800. We're not making 800 bundles today. We are making 2 to 3 bundles that are true to you. You're going to get into those niche areas that we talked about, or maybe you're going to create a specific bundle for your neighbor that you know she has talked about this over and over again and she just hasn't purchased. We are going to make 2 to 3 of those bundles. We're going to put everything right in there for them, and we're going to make it so easy. We're removing all the barriers and making it so easy. And the beauty of this business is that there are so many ways to build a business. There are so many ways. You can share with your friend. You can boss your mom around. You can share on Instagram. It doesn't matter. You can build your business on the products that you love. Young Living has so many products. Let's stick to the ones that we love and use and share those, okay? So the next thing you're going to want to do is today, this is your challenge. You build those 2 to 3 and then share those 2 or 3 bundles immediately. You can do a Facebook or Instagram stories. You can direct message your friend and say, hey, I know that you were talking about these. I made you a bundle. Here you go. And you share. So don't build bundles and think that you did the work. You build the bundles and then we share. Share your link. Have I said that enough? Okay. Lastly, we are going to follow up. If you know that your friend did not purchase, or you know that someone said they were interested, they direct message you, but they never purchased, you are going to follow up. I am bossy and I say, you need these, you have to have this. You keep talking about the same thing. You need this. Come on. So I like following up, and I think it's one of those things that we don't do enough of. Again, we're going to be consistent. This is on repeat. Consistency is key. And as my dad says, persistence wears down resistance. You have to keep showing up. You do the same action over and over again, right? It's like working out. If I want abs, which apparently I don't, it's very soft here, then I would need to be doing sit-ups every single day, not just like once a month, right? You have to be consistent, repeat. Okay, so today you're going to do those things. You're going to dig around. You're going to get to know MyYL. There are so many other things that you can do. I touched on the thing that I use the most for, but get in there and see what they have. They have a ton of awesome videos. So I encourage you to kind of get in there and see, what can this do for me? For my $10 a month, what is going to help me the most? It is an amazing tool that you have got to get. So thank you for coming to my presentation. Don't forget to take your Life 9 probiotics. See you guys.